Hey, I'm back. Back with another banger. That is, I guess. So, I've been thinking about it, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. I think I'm a really gross human. Like, I think I'm pretty perverted. Which I know is a crazy way, like, you tab in, 30 seconds in, but like, I don't wanna, like, beat around the bush. I'm, I am who I am who I am. And I'm trying to fully figure that out completely. So, I think part of the issue is that like, my family, I don't want to blame this entirely on my family, but my family is very, like, how do I say this as nicely as I can? They're, they're where I got my weirdness from, if that makes sense. And I feel like I'm grateful that I'm a part of my family. Oh, I gotta go. Like I'm, like I'm grateful that I'm a part of my family, but like sometimes it's embarrassing because I'm just naturally an oversharer, and like I'm I'm like, I don't know how to describe it without like saying too gross of stuff about my family for the internet. But like they all have their weird like silly quirks, and they're all like very sexual people. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't know. I like I'm also like that. Like it's almost like it's like written into my genes. But I really don't want to. Like, I want to be like a person that doesn't care about like lustuous stuff. And I'm obviously a lot more like, because of my upbringing, I'm a lot more lax. Like I don't think about like having like a casual fling or like a fuck buddy. Like I don't think that's like, I genuinely believe, this is my opinion though, I don't think that's like realistically a bad thing. Like I don't I don't think it's like a problem to be like that. It's just like you have to treat it like knowing, like, both people have to be okay that it's probably not going to advance to something that is more romantic or is anything romantic at all. And, you know, part of it's like it feels bad because it's a purely sexual relationship, but like it's not entirely. There's still like a layer of friendship there. It's just you don't, you know, like you don't get like the emotional fulfillment. You don't feel like you're not gonna feel emotionally supported by a fuck buddy, and that's good, frankly. Like feeling emotionally supported by a fuck buddy would be kind of weird, honestly. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. It's one size bigger, I believe. I always get this wrong. Okay, here we go. Feels about the same size to me. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is gonna get disorienting. Yeah. Being such a freaky person. There's nothing wrong with it as long as you have to be open about it to an extent. And that's what I try to do, which I think it scares a lot of people off from being friends with me because they think like they associate being a pervert, or like pervert's the wrong word. They associate being sexual and luscious with being like a pervert. And I used to like even call myself a pervert. And like I didn't realize how much I was screwing myself out of friendships that way. And I eventually realized, stop calling myself a pervert. But it's like it's still a part of my reputation. Like probably for the rest of high school, I can't escape. And I don't know. I'm not good at social relationships, and I think part of it, and like what it might be for a lot of other people, is that if a lot of the like your romantic relationships early on in life, you base how they should be off of what you see from other romantic relationships. Like, and I personally see I see my parents, and it's kind of it. And like, my parents are not the best frame of reference to base a healthy relationship off of, but believe it or not. So it's hard to like make my own like version. Oh, there's so many mobs. I wonder why. But it's hard to make my own version of like what I think a healthy relationship should be and how I should like socially interact with someone I like. Like I have this I have this fault where I put on this like big mask and facade and try to be like their perfect person, and like I lose a lot of myself in the process, and then it makes me so unhappy because I don't get to be myself, and then I think like it makes me second doubt once I start like eventually like in the relationship I start like lowering those like barriers and trying to be completely 100% happy, true to myself. But it's really scary because I think like, oh, like I hide the like freaky stuff, or I try to at least until like I get further in, and I try to like you know I be a good little boy. That sounds stupid, but you know, and I don't really, I'm not happy until a certain point, and by that certain point, I'm already second guessing if they like the real me so much. It's like I'm a fraud. So I kind of just like accept like, oh, I guess they don't like me. Or oh, that sounds bad, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess they don't like me. They like the version of me that's masked up, not not real me. I'm so grateful to have the friends that I do. Like, well, they're not like romantic relationships. It lets me know like at least some people can like like they see the real me and they can accept it and they can love it to an extent. And not as much as a romantic relationship. I don't even know if that's possible for me, but like it's nice to know that love is possible for me, you know? It it hates me from not wanting to hate myself. Yeah. I just being like, ooh, a new village. Man, there's so many villages in this map. It's so cool. I really like this seed. It's a really cool seed. Yeah. I think I'm gonna try to shift this off of myself because I don't like to rant about just myself. If you are struggling with like lustuous activities, or like you think you're like too sex driven, first off, consider what age you're at. It's like it sounds stupid, but I like I 100% believe it is natural for any like human male to be hypersexual and not be good at romantic relationships because there's so much more of like a sexual drive. like pretty much throughout your whole teen years, there's very few people that are like good at romantic relationships. And like if you don't have that, that's okay. You gotta, I think I'm gonna try to find that later in life. I think, you definitely, you people, you know, you should too. But don't worry about a thing that won't affect you. Like, don't worry about it. You know? Like, just because some people fall in love in high school, that doesn't mean you're falling behind, and that doesn't mean you have to worry about like changing who you are to be with someone. You can be happy as yourself. Just enjoy high school. High school and middle school is about making friends. If you if you have a husband or a wife from your high school days, there like I frankly believe, sincerely believe you will be unhappy almost all of the time because you can't grow as yourself into being someone you truly are like you truly love. You need to love yourself 100% faithfully completely before other people want before you should worry about other people loving you. Because if you can't be 100% by yourself, whoa, I didn't know this was a thing. I did not think this was part of the map. This is really cool. Yeah. If you can't be 100% by yourself, you should not be try to complete like no one should try to be each other's half. You should be your own full with another person's full. Right? Because being complete with another person, or like, they completely or complete me, then you aren't complete. And I think a big point of pursuing in life is to be complete without any like extra factors or any BS or anything like that. Oh, and I gotta fly a bit more like this. I really like recording while I do the maps because it's not hard to do. And it's very therapeutic, so it lets me focus on the words that come out of my mouth. And I can speak my mind as well as I want. And I really enjoy that. Yeah. Like unlike lust, I'm I'm also not gonna lie. I've come to realize even if it's genetically like encoded into me, it still is a problem. And it's not something you should ever be proud of. But hold on. Ah, mm, thank you. It's not something you should be embarrassed of either. You shouldn't hide like the sex-driven part of yourself and make people think you are someone that you're not. I don't know. That's just my take on it. I'm also gooning. I don't want to talk about it too much because that's like a simpler topic honestly. But just gooning. If you think it is like genuinely damaging your relationships, and it's making you like more misogynistic or misandrist or whatever, and it's making you hate yourself in some way, and you can't have your relationships with others because of it, then it needs to go. But that's okay. It's the biggest advice I can give, which helped me a bunch, was don't count the days. Like No Nut November, for example, if you count the days, it's it tricks your brain into thinking it's a pause where you just gotta last the 30, 30, 31 days, and then, you can go back to being who you were. But like if you want to make it a habit of not gooning, just don't try to count the days. Don't try to think about it. Just focus on what makes you happy, and that's not like a sexual based thing. I don't know. Like honestly, I am I am a disgusting human being. like definition, like perverted, very sexual, like kinks on, like I've dabbled into like any kink under the sun except for like BDSM stuff. I don't understand why you'd want to like hurt people. I don't understand that at all. But besides that, like I'm very I'm a I'm a gross person, and I'm okay with that. I've I've made peace that I'm a I can be a bit nasty, and that's okay. Like completely, it's not a thing I'm gonna worry about. I'm just gonna I figure right now, women some women hate me, like Angelica, Bella, this girl Christabella. I know she dislikes me. I didn't do anything to her, but it's just like proxy thing. But that's a side thing I'll get into later at some point. But you to be to be a teenage guy, girls are gonna dislike you and think you're gross. And to be a teenage girl, guys are gonna dislike you and think you're stuck up and bitchy. Like and I think that's a fine thing. Obviously, humans exist. If and love as a concept exists, if women were permanently stuck up bitchy like they are in high school, and guys were constant perverts and frustrating to be around, humans would not exist. If that was the case, so few humans would be born, the population would be gone. But a huge amount of the population finds the person they want to be with. You know? I don't think right now, as I am, I'm a I'm a pervert. I'm a gross dude. I just said I stopped calling myself a pervert, but I'm just trying to get the point across that it's okay to be kind of gross, at least for a long time. Like I think mid 20s. I don't know. I haven't been mid 20, but living up until now, I say teenage is when you can get away with being weird and nasty. You should enjoy it while you have the chance. Don't get too carried away, but you know, enjoy it and be happy with who you are. What the heck is this? Hold on. Tommy Bass, please no touch. Please, I'm gay. Oh man. This Tommy guy, he's a cool dude. Man, love yourself. Truly love yourself. Yeah. As I've been I constantly fight myself to try to be a religious. I don't like Christianity because I like I think it's got some good concepts, and I just don't personally believe in it, which if you have an issue with, that's on you. But I personally believe in a more Buddhist philosophy. I'm not very devout, but it's the closest thing my personal religion lines up with. Oh man, another map is done. Yeah. Okay, gotta fly back. Like I know in Christianity it's a very important thing to not be lustuous. And like in taking a part of the body, if that's the religion you believe in, absolutely fight it. Follow your belief system. Don't try to be don't use this as an excuse to like make yourself unhappy by dodging your religion. At that at all. That'd be terrible. I'd feel so bad if I was the advice that made someone like be bad to themselves. But I also think Christianity is very hard because a lot of people get carried away with lust, and they grow to become like the other sins follow, if that makes sense. Yeah, this is about 20 minutes. I'll wrap up my thought. Like, if the other sins follow, and, you know, you, like, become like a wrathful or a gluttonous or a slothful person, those are also problems when unchecked. Like, no sin is inherently terrible. You know what I mean? But you just gotta keep one in check, otherwise many will become, you know, like they're like termites. That sounds stupid, but remember to love yourself. I love you. Love you so much. And don't let people make you think you're lesser than like that. Yeah. See you later.